Welcome back to SOS, people. Amanda, that's like the Gen Z way they snap it to each other. I asked Ruth how she tells her friends about this. She's like, Dad, I just send SOS. Okay, not really. She doesn't do any of that because she doesn't.
I was like, I don't
could,
believe it.
She could absolutely care less about this. But for like older people like me, it's called Sorta Sophisticated, right? The podcast that hopefully makes you a little smarter without having to read anything. And we also still laugh at farts. Okay.
You do.
Right. Well, that's true. I'm Pete, and with me is Amanda.
Hello.
Hi, Amanda. I'm already reeling. We've just started. I think maybe we're doing people a disservice here.
What are you talking about?
I was thinking about that when I was just like my brain just goes weird.
We all know this, but
right? Like we're serving
specifically,
this whole podcast. Like we're serving everything up on a platter to everybody. Like nobody has to work for any information anymore. We're doling out like critical information here, like week on week, and like we're making people like super smart, and nobody has to even lift a finger to get it.
I mean, but does anybody think ChatGPT? Because you could do the same thing there, and ultimately you're just helping people. So
no, but
it's fine.
But people
it's
are
fine.
even sometimes people are even lazy to ChatGPT because if you don't know how to use ChatGPT, you can't find what you're really looking for. It's not that simple. Simple in, simple out.
Can you just relax already?
Okay, I'm trying.
Can we just have one intro? Just one.
Uh-huh.
We're not just having some sort of crisis or mental breakdown or conniption.
No. This is
you
who I
can't?
am.
Okay.
This is who I am at my core.
Okay.
This is
it's
how
exhausting.
This is how I live my life. Like, do you think I like this? Like, this is the brain I live in, Amanda. Like, I hate it.
Can you just start drinking more? It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Thank you very much.
And I'm just going to go back to ignoring you.
Go.
It's fine.
That's probably a better idea so we can get this thing started.
So are we going to start the episode? Yes?
Please,
no?
just start it.
By the way, we actually have a good one for today. So can we stay focused?
What do we got?
Topic?
Talk to me.
I mean, it's one of those ones where we learn some stuff and then we also throw in some psychology and some self-awareness.
I'm in. Those are the best ones.
It is.
Talk to me.
Okay. Ready for the title?
Yeah. Dude, I'm born ready. Go.
From awkward to authentic.
That's impossible for you.
I am always authentic.
And awkward.
So it's going from one to the other. It is a true statement.
You're just together in both of those.
You're
always.
so stupid.
Love you.
Whatever. It's all about being relatable in the workplace.
Okay.
And to do it without being lame. So I don't know if you can even do this.
No, I'm totally in. Like, this is excellent. Like, where the hell was this like 25 years ago when I needed it? When I was a young man starting. By the way, I have an idea. Why don't people just listen to our last 50 podcast episodes and they would totally become relatable
shameless.
In the workplace?
You're so shameless.
No, seriously. Isn't that what we're trying to do?
Okay, fine.
Like,
that's one way to do it.
Sort of like más o menos.
One way.
A little bit. Okay.
Well, I was thinking more about if we actually gave like strategies on how to act in different situations.
Okay, that sounds a lot better, actually.
Give you a better chance of fitting in.
Yeah.
And not being so awkward.
Okay, fine. I'd still say listen to the last 50 episodes, but I'm super excited about this whole podcast episode because I'm into psychology and I love how brains work. So
then here we go.
I'm sold.
Okay.
But first, wait. We have to do word of the day.
No.
What?
You don't.
Wait. What?
You have to start with
Word of the day.
No. Why does being relatable in the workplace have anything to do with being cultured and curious?
It has everything to do with being it's psychology. It's self-awareness. It's perspective. It's everything we ever talk about. It's generations, right? It's how many generations from the workplace right now? 4 generations of workplace. Mm-hmm. It's respecting and understanding. It's like different points of view. It's like learning not just social awareness, but like acceptables, like everything. Like it's all those rolled into one. Like it is the epitome.
So is this basically like redo of our first episode?
I mean, sort of, but with real hacks on how to actually be awesome.
Application.
Real application. That's better. Yeah. Okay. Now can I do word of the day?
Yeah. Well, yes, but I have a word.
What? Mm-hmm. What is it?
Laconic.
Laconic. Yeah. No, I got nothing. Never heard of it.
Iconic.
What does laconic mean?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
It basically describes someone who uses like very few words to make a point or describe something. So someone who's really brief, but to the point where they sound kind of blunt about it. So not you.
So not me.
Not you.
Okay.
Because you like use a million words.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. So not me. Why you gotta dig on the whole like I talk too much thing?
Well, I mean, because you talk way too much, you use a million words. So let's maybe this episode try to be a little more laconic.
Oh, you're looking for me to be more laconic.
Yes.
You want me to be more blunt.
I do.
Okay.
No, more concise.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm taking you at your word, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be laconic.
Well, then let's start.
I don't like you.
Well.
How's that for a good start? How's that for being laconic? Your face is laconic. How are we doing so far? All right.
My face is blunt.
I don't know.
Stupid.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just trying to be laconic. Okay. All joking aside, quick history lesson here, because we always have to do history first, right? Because I know how much you love your history. The whole idea of being relatable, Amanda, in the workplace is kind of new.
It is not new. That can't be true. Nope. Don't believe it. I'm sure people have always been trying to fit in at the workplace since forever.
Okay. So true. But like, bear with me here. Like, like in the context of formal, like I'm quote unquoting here, formal workplace culture, it's kind of new because it didn't really exist until the whole industrial revolution started. Right before that, people just like worked in trade, or like on farms or something, and usually worked with family or friends. You didn't leave every day to go to work to some super random place, like uber far away, like from where you grew up. You worked as like a cobbler, man, or like a blacksmith, or like a locksmith or something, or a printer.
Okay,
Like
it's kind of wild.
Ben Franklin. Like what?
It's kind of wild if you think about it like that.
You did what your dad did. That's what you did.
You're an
That was your
apprentice.
job.
Fair,
yes,
fair,
thank
fair,
you.
fair.
So like then machines take over, industrial revolution, and people are like, oh, all of a sudden, like, let's go. Like we're all shoved together from different generations. Everybody's got to start working together because out of nowhere, they start figuring out like relatable needed to start to matter, and people had to figure this shit out.
Wait, so are we relatable?
What do you mean, are we relatable? Like me and you, are we relatable? God, no. You just told me like I need to be more laconic. Remember? Okay, seriously. Like, but like, are we even trying to be relatable? I mean, maybe to some extent, I guess we are. But like mostly we're just trying to share facts and interesting history stuff. I mean, I don't think we're like shooting for relatable,
No,
right?
I think we're supposed to be relatable.
We are?
I do.
Okay. But I guess when we like tell our personal stories and like go off topic and stuff, maybe we're trying to be relatable or likable or whatever. But like, whatever, maybe you are. Like, I'm more of like I'll be honest, I'm more of an asshole. Like,
this is true.
I didn't know this.
Good job being laconic
right.
and getting to the point.
I didn't know this was based on me trying to be relatable. I'm just saying that. Like, if I have to do that, then we have to do over 50 episodes.
So then why do so many people think they're really good at being relatable when really they just suck at it? Like, what's that all about?
Right. I don't know. I think it's self-awareness. Because look, I could have just totally lied right now and just said I was good at it. And like, maybe some people might think that's true, but then like, for like a million other people, they're laughing their ass off listening right now. Because like, me talking about being relatable is like, I don't know, you trying to teach English class or something, right?
Well, we all know I'm not going to be teaching English.
Right. So,
but you're also never going to be relatable. So
this is my point. Sometimes, Amanda, you just got to embrace the suck. Okay. I'm embracing my suck. Okay. Here's the problem. I'm going to go hard for a sec. Can I go hard for a sec? I always go hard. Okay.
No one's stopping me.
Right. Okay. This is why I love this platform, because I can do whatever I want. Okay. The problem is everyone thinks they have these perfect little personalities and they're good at absolutely everything. I get it. Like, it's our ego. I'm totally the same way. But in reality, like, we're not as relatable as we think we are. No one is really. But like, we just were told we were all our lives. So like, why not? It's like a really good defense mechanism, actually, when you think about it. Otherwise, we'd all run around depressed like AF all the time, right? Makes sense? But see, in the end, if we can't see through all that, then we're kind of like out of balance and it just screws everything up. So that, Amanda, is why you need wonderfully kind, perfectly laconic podcast hosts, thank you very much, if I may say so myself, to try to help anyone who cares to listen how to like strike the right balance of being relatable. Somewhere between, on the one hand, just winging it and hoping everything somehow magically falls into place, and on the other hand, being way too much of a tryhard and everything backfiring on you. Get it?
Yeah, I do. It kind of all makes sense because for a while, when I was growing up in my early 20s, I used to think that being relatable was about being like the funniest person or the person that everyone flocks to or someone that knows something about every topic. But really, it's not about that at all, right? As I got older, I think I realized that it was more nuanced than that. And it's like super subtle. It's doing the right things at the right time without making it look like you're trying. I guess it's kind of like you said, right? Striking the right balance.
Oh, spoiler alert. That's why I suck at it. Because I never got over the whole like trying to be the funniest person in the office part. And thank God for ChatGPT, because if you just listened to my advice on the topic, you'd be screwed, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But don't worry. We have real proven strategies here, people. Shit that actually works. That like smart psychology people wrote about and thank God posted online for us to one day find and then subsequently talk about on our podcast to seem sort of sophisticated.
Gotta love AI.
Right? I know, totally. So here we go. Let's start by running through some of the more like non-obvious basics. Good idea? Okay. So in order of importance, people, here we go. Because by now, let's be honest, if you spend any time in the workplace, you've already got like the basics figured out. Like I'm assuming, right? Like smile more, Amanda. Ask open-ended questions, like mirror body language, right? Groundbreaking stuff. I know. And then after that, Amanda, I hope you did your homework for this episode. Did you do your homework for this episode?
Of course.
Okay. All right. Because you're going to give me some real life scenarios and see if I was actually listening to you and I can actually apply them. Fair?
This is going to be so great. Let's go.
Okay. So our first non-obvious strategy about how to be more relatable in work is stop trying to match everyone's personality. It won't work. You don't need to be a chameleon. It's like way too calculating and everyone totally can see right through it, like from the top down.
Right. So it's actually less about matching anyone's specific personality style and more about matching their energy level, which I figure must be hard for a lot of people. Everyone already knows your personality. So you're just going to look lame if you try to match everyone. You have to instead look for cues on how people work, like all the time, head on a swivel.
What do you mean?
So like, how do they show up at the office? Are they hustlers, like super efficient? Then keep things short with that kind of person. If they're a little more laid back or a little talk, then talk to them a little more. Like, have a conversation with them.
Oh, I get it. If they're like super steady, always prepared, and show up to all their meetings on time, then like respect that and do the same for them. It's like mirroring behaviors, like not personalities.
Right. Have you ever listened to jazz music?
Like jazz?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I love jazz.
So it's just like jazz. You just sort of need to quote unquote listen to what people are doing and then riff off their music.
Okay, first of all, that's perfect. I love that analogy. Look at you getting all sophisticated with cool music reference. Like you speaking my language right now. Okay, but also, what if I don't think I could do that? That's like some hard shit right there.
I mean, you've basically made a career out of it. So you just got to relax, okay? I will admit, it does take a little practice at the beginning. And if people just stick with it, they're going to be just fine.
Yeah, but like it took me like a really long ass time.
Like I said, stick with it.
Okay.
People will be just fine.
Hopefully it doesn't take normal people as long because I was really slow on the uptake.
I don't believe that at all. But that's basically why we're doing this episode, right? We're giving everyone the shortcuts so that way it's not going to take them as much time as it did us. So they can just go ahead and rock it.
I love it. Give me the next one then.
Okay, so the next one is what you were kind of talking about earlier. You're always trying to be the funniest person in the room.
Yeah, except I'm not that funny.
This is true.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. You don't always have to have a joke ready. Sometimes people hate it, right? And you just kind of ruin the flow a little bit.
Oh, I've ruined the flow. Trust me, I ruined the flow plenty. I get it.
I believe it's
I
happened.
know, I can't help it, but I get it.
Okay. But instead of making a joke, try asking a question. Something that's like a little more relevant to what's going on in the room or the space or whatever's happening.
Oh my God, you're like totally psychoanalyzing all this. This is exactly what I learn in Vistage all the time. This is excellent. Like,
all right, so then it should be simple for you.
No, it should be simple, but trust me, there's like 16 people in my Vistage group, and 15 of them I think do this very well. And then there's the guy that's still learning, like 10 years later, like, well, I can't tell a joke. It's a lot for me. So I feel like I'm over 2 so far. Like, I need an example or something. I'm not getting this, I don't think.
Okay, so just remember, people love to talk about themselves. Instead of queuing up your next joke, just ask a question like, can you walk me through how you got to that conclusion?
Oh my God, really? Oh my God.
Yes, really. Because first, it makes you sound thoughtful and curious. And second, it fulfills your desire to interrupt every 30 seconds. So boom, you're welcome.
Oh my God, I hate you, but that's so true. Okay.
You want to know another good question that you could ask?
I do. And I'm going to start using this on you in our podcasts.
Great.
Because I'm the worst interrupter of all time. I'm going to start interrupting with questions instead of
you
dumb
said
jokes.
it, not me.
Okay.
But
yes, I hear you.
A good question for you would be, what's the biggest challenge you're seeing with this thing right now?
Huh.
It kind of shows that you care about what they're actually talking about, even when I know you don't.
Right. That's the problem.
Just ask. It's okay. It'll make you seem like you're interested.
Hey, Amanda, what else do you got for me? This is very interesting stuff.
It is, actually.
How did I do? So far, so good?
So
okay.
far, so good.
All right. Well, no, not
Maybe
to be
drop the tone.
Right. Not. Okay. All right. I got to work on the tone. I don't want to be a dick or anything, but
Kind of too late. But that's fine.
Wow. Okay. I feel like you're like telling me to just be fake. Like.
No, I'm not really telling you to be fake. No.
Are you?
No, I'm assuming that you care about your job in the first place, right?
Like, so, wait, what? Oh, I get what you're saying. Like
yeah, like
conceptually,
you
like this whole idea is we're in the workplace, and so if we care about being in the workplace, then we have to. Okay,
right.
I got. Yeah. Okay, I got it.
Because if you don't actually care, then maybe you're in the wrong job. But we don't need to go into that. Just
no. Okay.
bypass that point.
Yeah, it's really solid. Can I still throw a joke in every once in a while?
I mean, sure, but like maybe one tops per meeting.
What?
Yeah, or like at the beginning or the end.
Oh. All right, I'm gonna do the best I can because then I'm gonna have to like save up like for a really, really good like a Whopper. I'm gonna need a Whopper. Okay, what else?
Yes, just spend your whole time thinking of your Whopper joke.
That's what I'm gonna do. I spend a lot of time thinking of my Whopper. All right.
Okay, so this next one is my personal favorite. And it sort of works really well when you're starting a new job. So if you're not starting a new job, you kind of have to figure out how to get it in there. But when you're starting a new job, right, people want to make themselves look good, sometimes too good.
Oh my God, all
right?
the time.
Like super
yes.
put together and
drives me nuts.
Yeah, because you know that they're just the newbies,
yes,
right?
Right. And they're like trying to fit in and figure out the culture and all the stuff. And they're like walking on eggshells. And you know that's not who they really are. It's hard stuff.
Right. And then you're rolling your
it's literally
eyes.
why I spend hours and hours interviewing people. It's crazy.
Well, that sounds exhausting.
To try to figure this out.
I don't interview people.
Okay, got it.
But you're probably rolling your eyes at them, right?
Yeah, give me the beef.
And
what do we got?
so essentially, if this new person was kind of like, hey, I'm just trying to figure out how you handle that client call. Do you mind sharing some quick tips? That person's now showing respect without being needy. And it's like a low key flattery. So it's kind of like a win-win. And it makes the newbie and the old bee have some like connection of like the old bee's like, oh, I helped them. And the new
so
bee's
like, yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So you're like trying to find a way to communicate that's not over the top,
Yes.
like ridiculous, and reaching into someone who's already doing the job.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's it's pretty nuanced stuff though. That's
It
like
is.
fine line.
But it's also like super specific and super authentic. So
Right.
It'll go a long way.
No, I think authenticity like helps like a lot here in this case. So like, do you have another one like that where like
Okay.
you could give somebody some example of like how to be easy to help, but like not in a lame way?
I think another way could possibly be is like if you had a task and you finished it, you could go up to whoever, has been in your position or is above you and just be like, hey, I just finished this. Is this what you wanted or how it was, right? You're leaving the door open for a constructive criticism, but then you're also connecting with people by showing them that
Looking
you
for
maybe don't know everything.
Yeah. Looking for feedback in a non-kiss ass way.
Yeah.
Yeah, super good way to. Okay, no, I totally get this. How many more of these do we have?
I don't know, maybe like a couple?
All right, go for it. What's next?
So here's one. People screw up all the time, right?
What is it? Give it to me.
Well, being relatable doesn't mean you have to share your entire life story by week 2 in your new job.
I'm out. Oh my God. But no, kill me
I know,
now.
but
Because people do
sometimes-
that. I know.
Yeah, people
I know.
trauma dump or overshare your random weekend habits that no one really wants to know in the first place.
Okay, well then wait, what am I supposed to do? Like I want the hack then because I think I'm an oversharer.
I mean, you just got to pick 1 or 2 personal details that you want to let people in on.
Nope. Now I need to know, like, give me a specific like detail that doesn't go too far.
I mean, you have this weird fascination with your German short-haired pointer, right?
Yes.
Or your Diet Coke addiction.
Yeah, both. Yes.
Okay, well, it gives them something to connect with, but it doesn't really overwhelm them, right? It's just kind of like loose things.
Oh, interesting. Right. So don't give them the whole like, my wife died, I have 4 kids, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, I'm depressed AF. Just sort of say like, I love to drink a Diet Coke every day.
I mean,
And then people could
that
like
could
laugh
be
at
a little much.
Okay. So I'm being a little, yeah, I get it. It's not self-deprecating, but like you're letting them into your world a little bit, but not like super far in where it's awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I love that.
A little sprinkle. Okay. So we're not going to overshare, which then brings us to our last one. And it's probably the hardest one. You got to own those awkward moments.
Yeah, that's easy. That's every day of my life, right?
No, stop it. I mean, like the one, like,
It is.
no, I mean, like if one of your stupid jokes fall flat.
All the time.
Or if you're like me and you mix up someone's name, you just got to be ready to laugh it off or.
Yeah. Okay.
Play it off.
Like you mean like have a modicum of self-awareness and not be defensive about it all. Like when you tell me I'm terribly mean to you sometimes, and I have to sort of take that and sort of like absorb.
That's constructive criticism.
Okay. Well, same. I mean, it's just not being defensive. I'm trying not to be defensive. I'm trying to use your hacks.
Fair.
Okay. Like I believe you that weirdly that actually makes people trust you more. But like nobody seems to get that. Like,
well, it just makes people not feel like they're going to be attacked.
Right. Yes. Because if you can make fun of yourself, then you're giving people permission to like stop pretending they're perfect. And then that it's like it works. Like, here's the problem though. We're all taught we have to always look put together like all the time. Trust me, I've made like a career out of pretending this and it's totally not true. But you have to be authentic because people absolutely connect with authentic.
Yeah, I feel like this is something that you learned at Vistage though.
I did. It took a really long time. Can I go rogue though?
Absolutely.
Okay. So about Vistage. I think it was called like team amplifiers or something. Like we had this speaker who came in to talk about like the ways to make better teams. Bear with me because I think it totally works with this topic. Anyway, he had like a bunch of different tools to use, but like the thing I remember most was something called the 4 tiers of help. And it basically was a way to understand how your team contributes like in something called degrees of helpfulness. But I'm sitting here thinking about it, and it sort of is like how someone evolves as they grow in the workplace and like becomes more relatable. From sort of when you begin your career to when you like hopefully get to a successful end of your career. And full disclosure, I'm reinterpreting his work here. His work was all on teamwork, but
right.
You get the
Was
idea.
This based off of like team amplifiers? 8 ways teams thrive in rapid change.
Wait, yes. Why? Where did you just get that from?
ChatGPT.
Oh, let's go ChatGPT. Let's go.
Well, anyways, it was authored by Eric McDermott.
Yes, Eric. Great guy. Shout out to Eric. Thank you, Eric McDermott. Love your stuff.
The book introduces 8 practical strategies aimed at increasing trust, engagement, and coordination within teams. And it offers actionable practices to align team members with shared objectives and promote innovation.
Okay,
so I
yeah,
can see
totally
why it
love
was
that.
a topic.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, you're getting super sophisticated on me now. That's not my point. Okay, so like, wait. During one part, he talked about these 4 tiers of help that I just talked about. One tier was reactive. Do what you're told. Kind of like when you start your career. Right? Like that's what like people give you jobs, you go get them done, right? Tier 2 and 3, I guess, were more proactive. Ask what you can do and then propose what you can do. So you start being more valuable to your team members. Now you're not just like doing what you're told. You're like, hey, what can I do? You're leaning in and then you're proposing, hey, I could do this, right? Those are the proactive. And then finally the 4th tier, like the highest tier, like actually funny story because I remember talking about how if the tiers were actually ranked, it might dishearten people. And I actually suggested taking the numbers off of the tier. Like, I totally remember this, like, as a way to differentiate them. And then we got into this whole debate, like, are the tiers good? Because, like, it gave people something to aim for. The tiers bad because it's, like, throwing people off. But that doesn't matter. That's not my point of this whole story. The point, right, like, but anyway.
The soapbox.
Right. The fourth tier was about being autonomous, like anticipating what you need to do next. And I would argue that's like great leadership, right? So now it's like you can handle it all. You can obviously give directives to people. You can also lean in and ask what needs to get done or propose solutions. But being autonomous is like anticipating and thinking further through all this. So like same with being relatable. This is how it all comes together. Trust me, people. My hypothesis here is that the higher you move up in these tiers of help, the more relatable you're becoming in the workplace. Same.
So what you're saying is we should really buy this book on Amazon right now and do a giveaway.
Dude, let's do it. Let's go.
All right, but until we do that, can we get back on track?
Right. All right. First of all, shout out to Eric.
You went real rogue.
I did. Shout out to Eric McDermott. Okay. But shouldn't he be giving us like some sort of like advertising money? I mean, let's go. Like we're advertising everybody, right? Like this guy's gonna get rich off of us.
We're just helping people.
$17 a book, people.
Helping.
Let's go. Okay, you're right.
Well.
Okay.
I have a question.
What?
Should we try to like see how this applies?
Yeah, we should. That's a great next step. Let's do the role play stuff. Give me some of those like real life scenarios that apparently you cooked up before the app. And let me see how bad I do this.
Okay. Well, let me get to that spreadsheet.
You have them on a spreadsheet?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I copied and pasted it so we were ready. It's fine.
Oh my God. Okay, fine. Pull up your
ready?
spreadsheet.
It's here.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Hit me.
So you're not like a boss in this scenario. You're just a regular employee.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I can do this.
Back
yes.
1,000 years. And just try to answer it that way, okay?
Was that you being laconic? I don't know.
No,
that was very blunt,
okay.
Very direct, very blunt.
Ready?
Yes.
So you're out to lunch with a bunch of your work people, and everyone's chatting about their weekends. Like one person is talking about their kid's soccer tournament. And
like you all the time?
And another one is rambling about their DIY project at home, and you're sitting there thinking, kill me now, like you have written all over your face.
Yep.
And you have nothing to add to this insanely boring conversation.
Absolutely. Makes perfect sense to me.
So then what do you do?
That's easy. I just make up some story about how my dead wife would be more interesting to talk to than they would be right now.
Could you just play along? Like,
oh, okay, fine.
I don't think you would actually bring that out.
I absolutely probably have already done that. But I get it. I'll play along. I would use what you would call the mirror energy thing we talked about earlier. I'd have to fake and feign interest since I'm stuck at lunch. Anyway, probably ask for a double. And then ask questions like, oh my God, here we go. Hey, how is that DIY project going? Or like, how did the soccer tournament end? Even though the whole time I'd want to kill myself. But I get it. I can't do that. And I have to follow this mantra of this podcast and stay curious somehow. And I have no idea how I'm going to do this, but how did I do?
Well, it's a made up scenario. So just relax. You're not actually stuck in that.
Okay, thank God.
Okay, want another one?
No, I don't. I want to get out of this as fast as I possibly can.
Okay, well, we're going to do it anyways. So let's say you're stuck on a project and you don't want to seem like the person who has no clue what to do, but you're totally hitting a wall. What do you do?
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean, what do I do?
I mean, what's your plan?
I don't understand this scenario.
How do you move forward?
Okay, first of all, I don't get stuck on projects. Okay, I'm
Of
perfect.
course you don't.
Right. So I would copy and paste the whole thing into ChatGPT, slap my name on whatever comes out and call it like leveraging innovation or something. Boom. There you go. I nailed it.
This is when you're supposed to be relatable and say, hey, I was working on my report and I got stuck at how to summarize my data in a way that's easy to absorb in a few key slides. I remember you finished a similar project like that a few weeks ago. How'd you approach that part of it? Remember, it's a specific ask and you're showing respect for their expertise and it opens a door for you to connect with the rest of your team members.
You're good at this. Maybe we should switch places. I don't like this. I don't want to do this anymore.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm as fast on my feet as you do.
Apparently that doesn't really matter, Amanda, because I'm 0 for 2 here. I don't even know what I'm doing.
This wasn't really like, we're not keeping score.
Okay, well, I am. So apparently I suck.
Okay, go ahead and pretend like you're a Gen Zer.
Okay, wait. We're doing another one?
Yep.
How many more are there? I don't want to do any more of these.
It's
this
like
isn't
one.
fun. I'm
Just
losing.
like maybe 1 or 2.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
Go.
so you're a Gen Zer.
Yes, I live with 4 of them. That's easy. I can do this.
So someone old, like your age.
Wow, really?
Like a boss, right? Stops you at your cube and says something like, hey, just a heads up. I forwarded you a note from the client with some feedback. I added a few thoughts in the thread. Can you take a look and circle back by end of day?
That's exactly what I would say.
I know you would, right?
I'm the boss? No,
Yeah.
I'm the Gen Zer
You're
here.
the Gen Zer. Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so that's the other part.
Shit.
Okay.
Okay.
So you go and you check your inbox and the email thread is 12 messages long.
How many?
12.
That's a lot of messages.
It is a lot.
This Gen X guy's crazy.
And it's full of vague phrases like per our last conversation and let's take a step back. Like there's no clear ask from your manager anywhere. There's no bullet points, just a bunch of passive aggressive ambiguity and CCs all over the place. So what do? And don't be sarcastic. Like actually answer it. Like you need to get clarity from your boss.
So no, like stupid joke response here.
Yeah.
Okay, I really don't know what to do. I don't think we really covered passive aggressive emails when we were just talking earlier. Like, wait, did I miss a part? Like seriously? Okay, fine. Let me think. Okay, I'd write an email back, something like this. Okay, hey boss man. Okay, well not really boss man, but you get the idea here. I just read through the email and thanks for including all of the 12 threads. This is really hard for me not to be sarcastic. I'd like to make sure we are aligned before I get started. Am I focusing mainly on addressing the feedback from the client, or would you like to discuss the bigger picture advice you were sharing with me? Oh my God, I'm getting this. Happy to take the lead here. I just want to confirm I'm headed in the right direction. Thank you very much. Nailed it. Shows initiative, filters the chaos, and asks a specific question. Casual, competent, and clear. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to go back and be a Gen Z.
Well, I am glad that you finally started to play along with the scenario.
My pleasure.
So, great job.
Yes.
But I do think you're the opposite of relatable in the workplace.
Yeah, we've already established that, like foundationally at the beginning of this episode. I'm doing the best I can here, and I'm trying to help foster and collaborate, and yeah.
So then let's just sum this up. Our quick cheat sheet here on how to be relatable in the workplace, and memorize it or voice memo it to yourself because you should always have it handy. So number 1, mirror energy, not personality. Number 2, default to curiosity, not commentary. Number 3, make yourself easy to help. Number 4, share selectively, less is more. Number 5, own the awkward. Remember, self-awareness builds trust. And number 6, finally, find the universal annoyances equals instant bonding.
Perfect. I love this. Pro tip, if you haven't figured it out already, stop thinking that being relatable means you have to be liked by everyone. It's more about making it easy for people to work with you and like talk to you, like to trust you, than it is about being liked. We're shooting for authentic, right?
You don't need to be the life of the happy hour, just the person people know that they can talk to without it being weird.
That's totally impossible, but yes.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, are we all done? Can we move on to fun facts?
Please. I'm tired of being relatable. This is totally stressing me out.
Okay, fine then. No more stress. Just give the fun facts.
All right, we ready for this?
Yep.
Let's go. Number 1. Did you know that sharing your snack stash at the office makes you 37% more likable? Okay, only sort of scientifically proven, Amanda. But sharing your peanut butter pretzels is a total shortcut to workplace diplomacy. Food equals friendship. Always has, always will. Do you have food in your office? Do you share snacks?
No.
I'm a total snack sharer. I have them all over my desk everywhere.
That tracks.
A lot of people come in. It's great. Okay, number 2. Do you know what the most underrated bonding tool is at the office?
Sure don't.
The thermostat. Nothing unites coworkers faster than the shared trauma of either being freezing cold or sauna hot in the conference room. Oh my God, it's a killer all the time. It's hysterical. If you're looking for a shortcut to instant relatability, people, just whisper, "Why is it always so hot or cold in here?" Boom, team spirit, because everybody hates the person in charge of the thermostat. Number 3, emojis are the new emotional intelligence test, either in Slack or Teams or whatever you use at the office. Using the right reaction emoji and doing it like at the right time makes you seem fun and responsive and not like a stupid robot. Just don't overuse and be sure to match the vibe of the thread or the team member you're chatting with. And please, at work, like never use hearts or skulls or any fruits or veggies. If you know what I mean, can't use those emojis. They're terrible. Okay, number 4, complaining about the printer is a workplace love language. Hey, why didn't we do that in our love language episode? Complaining about the printer. I didn't know that.
I don't think it's a true love language.
I think it is. Believe it or not, listen, people still use a printer. You don't even need an icebreaker when the printer jams. Just like sigh and look around dramatically and say, well, I don't know, I was working this morning. Someone will instantly try to help you. Everybody tries to help you with the printer or the copy machine all the time. Okay, finally, last fun fact. Remembering someone's coffee order is better than a raise. Okay, maybe not. Getting someone's name right plus their Starbucks order, you're basically running for office mayor, people. Just don't be over the top with it. Just keep it smooth. But if you know people's coffee order, it's a big deal. You look authentic. You look relatable. That's all my fun facts for today.
They're pretty good ones. Snack diplomacy, thermostat trauma, and emoji timing. You are really good at this. Say it all the time.
Thank you.
And I think everyone should steal all of them because they were just so good.
Well, I use them all the time.
All right. Well, why don't you go ahead and give us a recap then? Tell me what we got to do or what we need to memorize so we can be sorta sophisticated, please.
Holy crap. Okay. So I have 3 books if you want to do any light reading and get some more practical advice. Okay. The first, of course, is the timeless How to Win Friends and Influence People. Dale Carnegie, written 100 years ago, still totally relevant. You can also try The Power of Moments by Chip and Dan Heath or Radical Candor by Kim Scott. Both awesome. They both focus on building trust in the workplace and being authentic and not too jerky. Highly recommend those books. Next, if you ain't into books, because I know some people aren't, you can always watch The Office. Duh. Like, it was released, like, I don't know, in the mid-2000s. But it's still like the gold standard for awkward workplace relationships. If you've already seen it, watch it again with new eyes and play along with what like not to do or how you would resolve situations in the exact opposite way than Michael Scott would, obviously because it's a spoof, but it does put people in some really funky situations and it helps your brain sort of process like, oh my God, I can't believe that's happening. This is how I would handle it. Oh my God. Oh shit. You could also watch Severance on Apple TV Plus right now. They just released season 2 like a few weeks ago. Like it's going off right now. It's crazy shit. But really, you're not going to learn like a lot on how to be relatable. Mostly you'll just learn like you want to kill yourself because of all the workplace dysfunction. Hell you are. Like seriously. Okay, shout out. It's excellent though. Watch it. Like highly suggest Severance. And then finally, it all boils down to this. Drop the whole idea of a professional persona and all like the corporate jargon speak. Everyone hates it. Instead, lean into being a competent but flawed human. That's where relatability lives. Competent and flawed. Super important. And 2, just accept that like everyone's not going to like you. It doesn't matter. You can let go of people pleasing once you realize fitting in perfectly is impossible and totally unnecessary. Relatable people aren't universally liked. Like I said a million times, they're authentic. And authenticity shows confidence, humor, humility, like all the gold for like relatability people.
All right. And there you have it. Being relatable at work isn't about being trendy or pretending you're someone you're not. It's about showing up with a little self-awareness, a sense of humor, and maybe a well-timed snack offering.
Totally is.
According to Pete.
Yes. Peanut butter pretzels, people.
Whether you're bonding over printer woes or leading the thermostat rebellion, relatability comes down to the little things that make people feel seen, heard, and human. So we've done our job today. You're walking away with a few new tools, a few good laughs, and maybe even a reminder that you don't need to be perfect, just present. If you like what you heard, go ahead and subscribe, leave us a review, or share it with your favorite coworker/emoji warrior. But until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and if all else fails, bring a snack.
Dum-pa-pa.